we're following some developing tragic news coming out of Utumishi Girls Academy in GilGil, that's in Nakuru County. We know now that an unknown number of students have been killed because of a fire incident that broke out early this morning. The Kenya Red Cross is saying that there's a fire incident that was reported at around 3:30 a.m. at Utumishi Girls Academy in Nakuru County. The Kenya Red Cross responded to support the ongoing emergency response, and their first responders, ambulance crew and other psychosocial support personnel are currently on the ground supporting affected students alongside other responders and relevant authorities. You can see some parents there trying to gain access, but they've all been locked out as police and the DCI take over and try to account for the students who are there. We do not know any figures right now. We don't know how many casualties, we don't know how many have been injured. What we know is that there was a fire incident at Utumishi Girls Academy in GilGil in Nakuru County that broke out early this morning. They reported that several students are feared dead there, but the numbers are still not out. We'll give you an update as soon as we know. The school is currently undertaking a head count exercise of the students to establish the extent of the damage and also to establish how many fatalities are there. Those are pictures of the parents who are just outside the Utumishi Girls Academy trying to gain access, but they're all outside. Another update coming through from the police saying that they will only allow parents to gain access to the school right after the head count has been done, and all the other people who are gathering out there, all the crowds have been asked to disperse, because the police say only parents will be allowed to gain access into the school. We know now that the police have taken over and there's a current head count of to establish the extent of the damage and to establish the fatalities. None have been reported. The police have just given information now that only parents will be allowed to gain access to the school, and all the other people who are there and the crowds have been asked to disperse to allow for a smooth operation of this tragic news that we're following right now as we speak. We're taking a quick break. We're back with much more. We're keeping an eye on this developing tragic news. As soon as we know something, we'll give you an update. We are giving you this update in real time. As soon as we get any more information, we will let you know. What we know is that an unknown number of students have been killed in a dormitory fire at Utumishi Girls Academy in GilGil. The fire broke out early this morning. Red Cross says it was reported around 3:30 a.m. All the crowds have been asked to disperse, and only parents will be allowed into the school as the police take over and do a head count of the students as we speak. No numbers have been reported. No injuries have also been reported. As soon as we have any figures, we will let you know.
Well, Trevor, indeed it is a very devastating morning here at Utumishi Girls in GilGil. We have seen worried parents rushing in just to check on the status of their learners here, but the details are still very scanty. But the police officers here have allowed parents to go inside, and we are informed that they are now getting updates from the police officers. They are being updated, and we are seeing more parents and more parents are rushing here. And I have one parent here who has been here since morning, and I don't know, ma'am, karibia tu kidogo uniambie wewe ni mzazi hapa na ni kipi ambacho mmesikia hadi sasa. Kwa
Majina anaitwa Susan Wangare Nyokabi, ni kazini yangu wako hapa anaitwa Erika Wairimu Mwangi, na hii nilisikia kitu saa 7 ikielekea hiyo Kingora na nikatoka nje, so sikuelewa iko wapi, na nikarudi saa 7:30 kwa nyumba. Ndio hapo ilianza kuisha hiyo Kingora. Ndio sasa baadaye ndio nikasikia ni hii masaa asubuhi 5 ni Utumishi kuliwaka moto. Ndio sasa tukajadiliana nikuje nione ni nini inaendelea.
Je, umeanza kuruhusiwa pale, umejua hali ya mtoto yuko aje?
Sijajua mpaka saa hizi hali ya mtoto, ndio nataka niingie nijue ni vile ako.
Sawa, tutakuruhusu uingie. Tunatumai kila kitu iko sawa. Yes, Trevor, just one of the parents who live around this school, and she's saying that she heard about that incident, or the alarm about the fire at around 1 a.m. and we have been told by police, or the police reports are indicating that it's a fire that broke out at around 1:12 p.m. and it was the firefighters managed to put out the fire at around 3 a.m. The details are still very scanty, Trevor, but we are closely monitoring monitoring and following, and also maybe waiting for the parents to be updated so that we can get to hear from them or get to gather more details. But we are told some of the pupils or learners have been rushed to hospital, and they are receiving treatment currently as the situation unfolds, and we are still just gathering the details, and we will be able to inform you in due time. Trevor.
Ben, we know that the details are still very scanty, but earlier on the Regional Administration Police Masood Mwinyi was speaking. Is there any more detail that he gave about the head count, about allowing the parents only to get into the school? And are you able to see the dormitory from where you are? What is the situation like? How do you describe that area? Is it close by? Where is it situated?
Well, at the moment, Trevor, we are not able to see beyond this gate, but what we can manage to see is just a few meters from here. We cannot be able to really tell where the dormitory is or what the extent of the damage, but right now it's only the parents who are being told to enter the school administration or inside the school so that they can get briefed. But for now, we are also trying to see if we can access the inside so that we can just try and paint a picture of the extent of the damage.
Thanks, Ben. Ben Kirui there speaking to us live from GilGil in Nakuru County, where the Utumishi Girls Academy, there was a fire there earlier on that may have started at around 1 a.m. You heard from the parents saying that they could hear the sirens at around 1 a.m. Red Cross is saying that it was reported at around 3:30 a.m. We're still following the details there. We know that the injured students have been rushed to St. Joseph's Hospital. We also know that earlier on the police had cordoned off in the area and they were doing a head count. We know now that only the parents have been allowed into the school for a briefing. All the other people have been asked to leave the area and to stay clear of that area. The school is undertaking the exercise there to account for the students who may have succumbed to the fire, and also those who have been injured have been rushed to St. Joseph's Hospital. The numbers are still not clear. We'll give you an update as soon as we know, but Ben Kirui is keeping an eye on that.